What's up, West? Welcome to the first West Fest news segment of the school year. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Abby. We're here with some exciting stories and announcements to share with you.
There have been a lot of new and exciting changes around the school this year. For example, how to get into the library during lunch.
West Fest staff interviewed Miss Bauman and some students on the change. Let's hear what they had to say.
This year, to get into the library during lunch, you have to get a pass. Miss Bauman was interviewed about how to use them. What is your opinion about the library passes?
Oh, I think it's a great system. It's really helping us to limit the number of students that come to the library so that it can kind of maintain a calm environment. We have students that are pursuing lots of different things when they're here during rec time. So for those students that like a quiet space for puzzling, drawing, board games, reading, I think it just helps us to track how many students are coming in and to make it an easy system for everyone to follow.
Can you tell me how the system works?
Yeah, sure. So students are encouraged to come and get a pass before their lunch begins. So sometime during passing period, in the morning when the library is open before school, should pop into the library. If you come right over here to this area, you grab a pass. So if you are going to rec time first, your pass would be green, like this one. If you're going to go to rec time secondly, you would go to the yellow pass for your grade level, and you just have to sign your name up on one of the sheets. And then when you arrive at rec time, we'll be at the door greeting you, and the students will just come in, cross their name off of the list, and we'll get the pass back.
What would happen if you were to lose a pass?
Yeah, so accidents happen. That's already been something that we've had to deal with. It's not a problem. We're just going to make a note of the fact that you lost that pass so that we can kind of track it and make sure that you're not taking a pass every week and losing it. But we'll just make sure we have a supply of extras on hand and deal with it on a case-by-case basis.
Can you get one any time of day?
So here's the thing, we limit the number of passes that we give out for each rec time rotation. So there are 35 passes that are available for a typical day. Sometimes we restrict that number even further because if I'm teaching in here or the class or the library is being used for a different class of some sort, we might not want to have as many distractions over on that side of the library. So my recommendation is to always come in the morning before lunch begins or during passing period. So for 7th grade, you're going to want to come sometime between 1st and 4th period. If you take the chance and come down on your way to the cafeteria and you're like, oh, I'm just going to pop in now, it might be possible that you're going to get the message that, I'm so sorry, we already have 35 students that have signed up because they came earlier that day.
There was also a survey sent out to get the opinion of students. 54% of the students said that it was a positive change, while 45% of them said it was a negative change. Students said it was a helpful change because the library is supposed to be a quiet place to get books and do homework. If there are too many people, it becomes a distraction. Last year, the line would get out of hand and people would cut, but with the library pass, it is more organized. You don't have to rush to get into the library because you know you will be able to get in. Students disapprove of the change because some people don't have time to get one in the morning and can't get one during passing time because there isn't enough time. If I get assigned a project, then I can't get into the library to do my work. It goes against how we're supposed to move with a purpose in the morning, to get to first hour/breakfast, no matter how early it is. Now you know how to get a library pass and then decide for yourself if it is a positive or negative change.
Speaking of the library, have you read the book Close to the Season?
I haven't, but I heard it would be the perfect spooky book for the season. Let's take a look at the trailer.
If the magic forest was scary in the daylight, it was truly terrifying in the dark. All around us, kudzu lifted and fell in the breeze, silent as if it was a real, living, breathing creature, a shape changer. Now as a monster, now an ogre, now a long-armed witch, always menacing, never beckoning, never still. Shadows shifted, darkened, lightened, grew, shrank. Leaves murmured like ghosts whispering to each other of death and decay. Thanks to the full moon and the cloudless sky, we could see almost as well if it were daytime, which meant, of course, that we could also be seen. This month, ELA teachers nominated students for the Titan Star Award. You can be nominated for this award by demonstrating safe, respectful, and responsible behaviors in the classroom.
Or you can be nominated by demonstrating the positivity project character strengths that we learned about in advisory. This month's Titan Star Award goes to
Finley is consistently the first student to notice when someone could use help. She has been seen helping students understand the directions, help with homework, and figure out computer problems. Finley has wonderful integrity. She is always the first to follow directions and is a great 6th grade leader. Carson is a leader in the classroom. He leads by example and consistently practices all 3 Titan behaviors of being safe, respectful, and responsible at school. Carson is a helpful teammate in the classroom, and he thoughtfully contributes to the class discussions. Karina is sweet, kind, conscientious, hardworking, and studious. She works hard on her assignments and pays close attention to details. Also, she is kind to other students and to adults. Nevaeh is being nominated because she projects a positive, problem-solving attitude. She is always willing to quietly help a classmate and sets a great example with her positive work ethic and her willingness to participate in all of our activities. Sioma is a conscientious student who asks great questions, advocates for herself, and puts forth the best effort at all times. Teachers love her classroom participation, leadership, helpful nature, and smile. She works hard on her assignments and pays close attention to details. Jessel is brand new to our school and is doing an absolutely amazing job in ELA. Her hard work, attention to detail, and perseverance is appreciated, and she's very humble and kind. She listens very well, concentrates, and doesn't quit until she's finished. Nora has demonstrated her responsible nature and dedication to her schoolwork. She is a conscientious student to be admired, and her kindness and respect for those around her set a great example for her peers. Adonis shows maturity and competence in ELA class. He gets right to work and does his best. He also does a very good job of handling situations that can be stressful. Adonis knows when it's a good time for fun and when it's a good time to be serious and focused. Evan is particularly talented in language arts class. He is a gifted reader and writer. Evan goes above and beyond in all that he does. Evan is a very kind person to students and respectful to adults. Reese is so kind to everyone. He tries to help peers with work. He has a great view on school and life. Reese wants everyone to feel welcome, and he shows respect to all staff and peers. Alec is mature, independent, yet kind and willing to help others. He has stayed after several times just to clean up the room a little or to tell his teachers to have a good day. He is creative and an outstanding role model for his peers. Taylor always does her work, does it well, and puts genuine thought into her work. She is fun to chat with and has a great sense of humor. She is kind, responsible, and has a great attitude. Lily demonstrates kindness, acceptance, and friendliness to everyone, which makes her an inclusive peer and appreciated role model. She captures what it means to be a learner, and her talents shine as vividly as her personality.
That's all for now.
Have a safe and fun Halloween.
This is West Press signing off.
The West Middle School GSA will be meeting on Mondays after school from 2:45 to 3:30 in the 6th grade multipurpose room. The purpose of this club is to create a safe and brave space for all students to celebrate their authentic selves and support their peers. See Mrs. Bauman, Ms. Perthis, or Mrs. Johnston with any questions. Make sure you have a permission slip filled out before you attend.